Wagwan, bitches and gentlemen, my name's Marcel. I am 23 years old. In the last 2 years, I went from $0 to $50,000 a month, and I'm going to be explaining you today how, if I knew all the things I knew now, exactly how I would get back to my first $10,000 a month as quickly as possible. Pay attention, lock in, because over the next couple minutes, I'm going to give you the best possible options to get to that 10K month, even if you're starting from zero. Let's run it. So knowing everything that I know now, there would be three main things that I would focus on to get to that 10K month just in a couple of months. Make sure you stick around because these are all as equally important to each other as they all tie in together to explode your income from where you are now. Now, the first and most important one, bear with me, don't click off when I say this because you might not be, I'm a dopamine goblin, but just listen. Learn sales. Don't go anywhere. Let me land. Before you do anything, before you try to start a dropshipping business, before you try to start an SMMA, before you try to start a clothing brand or an info product or a SaaS, whatever it is that you're thinking about, literally anything, bro. Think about what all these businesses have in common. SaaS sells software. SMMA sells a service, dropshipping sells a product, a clothing brand sells clothing, info product sells information, keyword sell. They all sell something. So now riddle me this, why would you try to go and start a business if you cannot sell? Now, if you know anything about my story, I tried to start an SMMA and this was a lesson that I learned. Doesn't matter what business you want to go into, if you do not know how to sell what it is that you're trying to sell, you're not going to make any money anyway. So what we're going to do is we are first going to learn how to sell, meaning that we can go ahead and then succeed in any business. Knowing how to sell is literally a prerequisite to success. Now, let me explain to you how this ties in and how this is actually going to get you to your first 10K month as quickly as possible. Now, whether you go and get a normal commission-based sales job, whether you do what I did and get into high-ticket sales, whether you go sell solar or life insurance, it really does not matter. You can go ahead and get any of these sales jobs and you can get to 10K a month in any of these sales jobs within the first few months. So technically, I could turn my phone off, end the video here, leave it. You go get a sales job. I go back and cry over in that corner because of the crippling loneliness that I deal with on a daily basis. But I'm not going to end it there because there's other things that you can add on to this to make even more money even quicker. Knowing what I know now, I would not only get a sales job ASAP and begin learning how to sell, I would personally get a high ticket sales job just like what I did, because that is by far the best sales job you can have and it's remote. But any sales job can get you to 10K a month relatively quickly, and it'll also teach you a skill that you need to succeed in business, okay? Like I said, sales is not only going to set you up to succeed in whatever business it is that you want to do, but it's going to teach you how to have better relationships. It's going to teach you to be more confident. It's going to help you get better business connections. It's going to make everything better. It is going to bring the life out of life because you are now going to know how to interact, have better connections. Like I said, better relationships. Everything will get better. You will know how to articulate yourself well. On top of that, it is also going to make you a bunch more money. If you actually want to learn and take a step today so I can make this actionable for you, I'm going to leave a full free 1 hour long sales course that I made for you in the description. But do that after you're done watching this video, okay? Next thing, now you're going to be well and truly on your way to $10,000 a month just off that. And now that you've learned sales, you're never going to be poor again. You're always going to have money in the bank account because once you can sell, you'll never go poor because people always need things sold and you can now be the person that sells them. However, there is a few things that we can do with no barrier to entry to supercharge that, get more money in your bank account even quicker. Now, the next thing that I would do, which literally any one of you can do right now watching this video, you can turn this video off and do this right now. So I don't want any excuses. The single lowest barrier to entry way and the lowest hanging fruit that gives you an insane amount of leverage, authority, control, money, everything with no barrier to entry is simply what I'm doing right now. And that is posting content and building a personal brand. Now, anyone can put their phone down there and record a video just like I'm doing right now. And this will be far easier for you since you just went and learned sales because you can now articulate your ideas well and you're well spoken and you can convey messages and you're also more confident. On top of that, you also have things to talk about. Everyone has things to talk about, but even if you learn sales, now you can talk about that. Now, I'm sure you've seen countless people where you see them and they're famous and they've got millions and millions of subscribers and probably dollars, and you think, there's no way they're more talented than me. There's no way they're smarter than me. But they have this insane following. You're right. They're not more talented than you. They're not smarter than you. They just actually picked up a phone and filmed something. They're fucking doing dances on TikTok. If they can do it, why would you simply sit there and not capitalize on the easiest, biggest opportunity that you have ever had? We are in an attention economy. Where attention goes, money goes. If someone has a ton of attention, you should just automatically assume they're printing money off that, and 9 times out of 10 they are. Having a strong personal brand gives you authority, it gives you status, it makes you more money, it opens more and more opportunities. There's so much to gain and really nothing to lose. Oh, I'm scared to post. Stay poor then. If you're scared to post content, what is the other option? Don't post content, stay poor forever. If that's you, go ahead. All I'm doing right now is trying to open your mind to the opportunity that is right in front of your face that you are refusing to take advantage of for no other reason than simple laziness and ignorance. To help you guys understand the power of it, I was making $10,000 a month as a sales rep. I started posting content and building a personal brand, and I basically exploded my income from $10,000 a month. Then the next month it was 20, then it was 30, then it was 40, then it was 50, because you can only take so many sales calls, but you can post as much content as you want, and there is no limit to how big you can build your audience. Andrew Tate, Eamon Gadzhi, huge audiences, and they will continue to scale and get bigger and bigger until the end of time. When you build a personal brand, you are building something that will feed you for the rest of your life. Do you think either of those guys are ever going to be poor ever again? No, because once you have a personal brand, it's built, it's done. You're out there. You have something that will feed you money and literal food for the rest of your life. You're good. Why would you not build a personal brand? It makes absolutely zero sense to me that you cannot pick up a phone and yap just like I'm doing right now. Anyone can do it. If you're not doing it, I don't know what to tell you. You're done. You need to understand that the opportunity that comes with this is immeasurable. You get authority, you get status, you get more opportunities, you get more money. Everything gets better when you have a personal brand. You might be sitting there thinking, what do I post content about? I'm boring. Nobody likes me, blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's true, but you have something to talk about. I have homies that make gym content, self-improvement content. I make content about making money and traveling and doing all these things. You can talk about anything. The easiest way for me to tell you how you can talk about anything is just storytelling. Everyone has had things occur to them in their life. Andrew Tate, for example, a lot of his stuff is just storytelling. Oh, I almost got shanked up in Romania. I went to prison, blah, blah, blah. Anyone can get on TikTok, Instagram, yap about a story that happened to them that other people might find interesting, and you can build a personal brand like that. I'm sure right now, even if you don't feel like it, you have experiences, unique experiences and perspectives that you can share with other people that they will find interesting, that you can then use to build a personal brand, that you can then use to monetize to make money. I hope that you're following along with me. I know I'm talking fast. I don't want to take long to shoot this video. I just want to get it out because the ideas are flowing through my mind. Understand what a personal brand is. What is a personal brand? Personal brand. A personal brand is you personally. Who are you? So you don't even need to speak about specific things. Oh, I want to be a sporty niche. I want to be... No, just what do you find interesting? What are the things that you enjoy doing that you want to talk about, that you find interesting? Some people build a personal brand around doing backflips. Some people build a personal brand around knitting. Some people build a personal brand around helping people, changing people's lives, making them money, teaching them how to sell. Okay? Whatever you're interested in, you can build a personal brand around that because it's about you. That's what a personal brand is. Now, we know how to sell. We've built a personal brand. We have an audience. We have a group of people that like and trust us because of the things that we say out of our mouth. And we learn how to say those things out of our mouth in a smart, fast, articulate, well-spoken, good at conveying messages way because we learn how to sell. Do you understand? What is the next step? That's the first two. The last one that supercharges this all is then taking all that information, all the knowledge, all the skill sets that you've learned and built your personal brand. And then you can then monetize that information by finding people who have the same problems as you, solving those problems with the information and the knowledge that you have gained to make even more money by alleviating people's pain. Is that making sense, or is it just words going through your brain and you don't know what I am talking about? Once again, to help you guys understand, It doesn't matter what you do. There is 60-year-old women that make over $10,000 a month teaching people how to knit. I want to be able to knit. I don't know how to knit. I have a pain attached to that because now I can't knit my son a scarf for his birthday. Oh, this lady teaches people how to knit. Boom, 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 boom. Teaches it, pain alleviated, problem solved. Son has a scarf. That lady made money. I'm happy because of my skill. I have a new skill. Do you understand? So it doesn't matter what you do. You take your unique knowledge and expertise in whatever it may be, and then you can sell that knowledge. Now, I said I was going to tie it all together. Let's do it. Tie it up. Okay. How I'm going to tie it all together. Boom. Number 1, learn how to sell. 2, attention, audience, personal brand. 3, the information, the knowledge. You need the ability to sell, because if you do not have the ability to sell, it doesn't matter what the fuck you do, you're not going to be able to sell it. Okay? You can't sell anything, you cannot make any money. Number 2, content. You need the ability to make content and garner attention, because if you do not have attention, then you do not have a group of people or an audience to sell to. Now, you might be able to sell and you might be able to have attention. So you might be able to sell, you might have the attention, but you do not have the knowledge, right? So now you need the ability to sell, you need the audience to sell to, and then you also need the information to sell to the audience, right? They all work in cohesion. Do you understand? You can't have one without the other. Say you know how to sell and you've got knowledge, but nobody knows who the fuck you are, nobody cares who you are. You're still not going to make money. Let's say you have the knowledge and you have the audience, but you don't know how to sell. Damn, now people are going to want to buy from you and you're going to have something to sell them, but you don't know how to sell. Okay, do you see how these things all begin to align like the stars? Thank you for coming to today's lesson. This is probably like one of the more bangers that I've dropped just because it was like fire, 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 fire. So hopefully you take something away from this. If you listen and you implement these steps, you learn how to sell, you start posting content today because you have no excuse to not start today with the content. Pick up a phone and record something today, and then you will gain knowledge in the process of even you just want to copy what I did. Gain knowledge in the process of doing the first 2. You learn how to post content. You could sell that. You could post content, get really good at it. Hey, do you want to learn how to post better content? Yeah, I really do. My content sucks. Boom, I'll teach you. There's a whole business. I'm throwing business models at you left, right. I don't even want them. Have them. Like, it is actually too easy for you to still be sleeping on it. So there you go. Go away from this. Learn how to sell. Watch the free course. That's the first step. Free sales course. Watch that. Learn how to sell. 2nd, post a video today. Stop being a pussy. 3rd, use the information that you learned in the first 2. Sell it to people. Sell it to the audience that you build by posting the content. And you'll be well and truly on your way to your first $10,000 a month. Far sooner than you could ever imagine. Sayonara.